how to consume any REST API. Okay, so let me explain it through diagram. About Mule API. Okay, so previously what we used to do, we used to put HTTP listener here, correct? Previously we used to put HTTP listener, and what HTTP listener used to do, it used to expose our API as a REST API, so someone can call this REST API. But now what I want to do, someone will call our API and we will call another API. Okay. So like they want some detail, so they will call our API, and to get the detail, we will call some third-party API. Okay. Here we have some third-party API. We will call that. We will get the response, and what response we will get, we will send back to calling system. Okay. So someone will call our REST API, and we will call third-party REST API. So here, what connector we are using? We are using HTTP listener. If you want to call any REST API, you need to use HTTP requester. Okay, so how we will do that? Let me show you. So before that, what I will do? Let me show you some free API which is available on the internet, which you can use for your testing purpose. So these are the few free public API. Okay, so they have created for testing purpose only. They are giving us for all the testing purpose, like just dummy kind of API. Okay. Let me show you any one API from here. Let me see this one entries, or take some meaningful one. Manage every day. It's 25. I'm calling this API. So how we were calling our API from? So we were calling from Postman. So we can call this API also from Postman. This response we are getting from there. Time update ISO, update description. This is the USD detail, US time detail. This is European detail. Okay. This, so they are just giving some kind of current price and USD. This not sure which standard is this one. So based on the some standard, they are giving the rate of the USD, Euro, and GBP, Great Britain pound. Okay. So similar way, there are many other API also. You can take any one which looks more. Take this one. This is simply they will give every time you will call this API, and they will give you some kind of quote about the cats or facts about the cats. Fact, cat have been domesticated for half as long as dog has been. Okay, so if you will click next, cat has supersonic hearing. Like that, it will every time it will return some quote fact about the cats. Okay. So now we will see how we will call this API from our Mule API. Okay. First, I will create new Mule application. Call REST API. Here we are developing one REST API. Okay. So what we need to do here, since first we want to expose our API as a REST API. Okay, if we want to export our API as a REST API, we will use HTTP. Simple. We'll use this localhost 8081. Path I given as a test. So we are exposing our API as a REST API. Now, second thing, what we want to do, just put some additional thing like logger. Let's do logger. This is for process started. This is for process. Logger. Now, in between, what I want to do, I want to call that this REST API. So what we are calling from the Postman, I want to call through our Mule API. So to perform that, you need to go to HTTP and you need to take request. Here we are using HTTP listener. Okay, what is listener? Listener is operation. HTTP is connector, listener is operation. To expose our API, we need HTTP connector with listener operation. And to call any REST API, we need HTTP connector with requester operation. For this also, we need to create connector configuration. Click on add, and here we need to give some detail. So whenever someone is calling our API, what they are doing? They are passing host, port, request body, query parameter, header, everything they are passing. So same way, here you need to configure few things. What all things you need to configure? Host, port. So we'll see for this API. HTTPS is protocol. HTTPS is protocol, but you can take directly from here also. So HTTPS is protocol, and then Cat Ninja is domain name. Okay, this Cat Ninja is complete is domain name, and then fact is base path. Okay, we have all the detail. So first thing we will select, that is protocol will change from HTTP to HTTPS. Then host name. Host name will be here to here. Then you will say where is port name. If you will get domain, then put complete domain inside the host. If you will get host and port, then you will put host here, port here. But if you are getting like domain itself, then no need to put anything in port. Just put the domain inside the host. That is fine. Okay, click OK. Third thing we need to provide, that is path. Okay, so base path you need to provide here. So what will be base path? This. Okay, and base path is this. Anything else this API need? Like anything in request body, no header, no nothing. Only this need this protocol, domain, and base path for endpoint. Nothing else. So that is fine. If it need more thing, then we need to provide here. Inside body, header, query parameter, URL parameter. But this API don't need, so we don't need to pass. So we are done with the implementation. We will test it. Is deployed. So we will call our API. Our API will be zero dot zero dot 8081/test. We received request here. Click on next. So we got this log processing started. So this will call the third party API to get the response. We got the response, and if you want to see this response, we got. Click on next. Now we are calling our API, but we are getting the response from this API. Means within our API, we are calling this third party API, and we are getting response from it. Anyone has any doubt till this point? If anyone has any doubt, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go for. Sorry.
Hello. Yes, Ravi, we can call anything what we search in Google, like that. What are the API coming? Anything we can search through API requester.
Any API that should be REST API. Yeah, that should be REST API. Yes, you can call. Here you can see there are many REST API examples. So just Google it, sample REST API. So Google many website, you will get many sample REST API. Okay. So whatever API you will get sample API, just you can call them.
Okay.
Ravi, is that possible to call SOAP-based API?
Yes, SOAP-based API we can call. In that case, you need to use different connector that we will cover later. Not using REST API. Okay, one thing. REST API supports SOAP API also. Using HTTP requester, it supports SOAP API call also, but we have separate connector for SOAP API call.
Okay.
These are the many API. REST, testing and prototyping. Here things are very simple, so we'll call the API. Okay. Now I will show you one API where you need to pass query parameter or some other parameter. Okay. So that API was very simple. Yeah. See here. We have another API. Predict the age of a person based on their name. Okay. This is just kind of, you can say, one kind of API. So you need to pass the name, and based on the name, it will predict the age. Okay. So let's try this API. So what I will do, I will change this domain. First, let me take it here. Whatever name you will pass, it's not actual API. This is just one kind of API. So pass a name and they will give you random name and age. Okay, this three thing they will give. So what I will do, how we will call this API? We need to pass this name, okay, in the query parameter. So what all change we need to do? So first of all, whatever this configuration you create, every configuration will be created here. So for this requester configuration, we need to change the path. Previously it was catpack ninja. Now it will be Then we have one query parameter. So query parameter you cannot put here. First save it. Go to message flow. Requester. Here we have query parameter. This is the query parameter we need to define here. From where we will get value. We need to pass this inside query parameter. But from where we will get this value? Either we can hardcode or we can pass in our API request. If someone will call our API, they will pass this inside the payload. So we will take from payload. Payload dot. So whatever name we will pass, that name will come inside the query parameter of this API. Inside the name and other thing we have. Okay, this is also will check. There is no base path. If there is no base path, just put slash. So HTTPS is the endpoint, no base path, only slash, and then we have one query parameter. So we will take name of the query parameter. You must need to keep same. Whatever will be here, you need to put same. So name is there, we keep name. Value, we don't like we want from our payload. Whenever someone will call our API, they will pass in payload. We will take value from there. Payload dot name. Okay. Now save it. This time we need to pass the body. So body we will pass raw data in JSON format. What we will pass name.
Name.
They deployed and now we will test it. Receive the request and then see here. You will able to see everything here. In request, what all things you are passing. In payload what is wrong, you call the function value selector will be the argument. I configured here. This will fail. Let it fail. We pass that body from this. This should pass in our API. Receive the request. Here you will able to see in requester what all things we are passing. Method is get, path is this, then query parameter and all. For this requester, what all things you are passing, everything you will name, developer guide. This query parameter we are passing. The URL also you will get somewhere, which URL you are calling. That's related to one. So once we will call this API, we will expect. So since this name may be not in their directory, so they are giving as a age null no name is just kind of dummy API. So they may have some fixed name only. So for those name only, they will give some detail. Let me try any normal name. They have given age 46, count this, name Alex, like that. Okay. So in this way, we can call our API. We can call any REST API and we can pass any kind of data. What you want to pass them. Here we are passing the query parameter. What we are getting from the payload, we are passing here. Now, what? Yeah. Anyone has any query? If no, you can go on. Now
Ravi,
what I will do?
Ravi, one question. Query parameters can we can take from as a body. Can we take as a query parameters directly?
For every API, meaning of query parameter may be different. For us, that is the processing data. Okay. But for this API, they are treating as a name as a filter condition. Since they are doing some kind of filter based on the name. Are you
Okay,
getting?
I have seen like some get method has no body. That's why I asked this question, because we are using get method. In that get method, there is no body for get method. Like that, I saw some videos. That's why.
Okay. Yeah, ideally what it will do, automatically it will truncate this. Okay, if you want, you can remove this. Whenever you will define get method, automatically they will discard the payload.
Okay.
Now what we will do one additional thing. Whenever we will get response from this requester, okay. So what response we are getting? We are getting this kind of response: age, count, and name. But I don't want this three things. I want only age and name. I'm getting response, age, count, and name. I want response. First, I want first name, like I want full name, and then I want age. Okay, here actually. So how we will do that? So to perform that, we need to put transform message or set payload. Anything is fine. Let's do set payload. First thing I want full name. From where we will get name. So from here, we are getting all the response in payload. So payload, this is the structure of payload. Payload and then dot name. And second, we have age. Since it's coming like payload.age. Okay. So whatever payload we are getting, whatever response we are getting from this API, we are getting inside the payload. And what we are doing from that payload, we are taking name and we are mapping with the name. Means we are creating our new JSON payload now. What we will get from here, we are not passing the same. We are updating with new JSON payload based on our requirement. So name will be mapped by name, age will be mapped by age. Or you can say like this, customer name. Instead of name, I want to display as customer name and customer age. Now I will map this. What I did very simple thing. I took the name and mapped with the customer name. I took the age and mapped with the customer age. So whatever this name and age will come, that will come inside payload. So I took value from payload. Anyone has any doubt on this part? In short, we are getting response from this API. So we are not using their response. We are creating our own response using their response. Why I am saying using their response? This value we are getting from this. Whenever we will call this, we will get the payload, and inside payload there will be name like this. This is their API. When we are calling their API, they are giving us payload which contain age, which contain payload.name, payload.age. Deployment is done. Let me call this. This is our API. It will log process started. Then requester. In requester, additional log, and here we got the response. Log another process ended, and then it will do mapping. Okay, this payload will change with this payload. Able to see response. Everyone clear on this part? Yes, sir. If any doubt, let me know. Since we'll give you 2 assignment now based on today what we did. Here you can see in base path we have this much. Okay, so when you will configure base, this is your protocol, this is your domain, and this is your base path. Okay, this one. It's complete base path. Okay, slash, don't forget slash. Take from slash. So first you need to, everyone need to call this simple API in first assignment. And for everyone, this Saturday and Sunday and Monday, 3 day I am going to take one workshop. Okay, so everyone try to join that 12-hour workshop. Okay, that is free of cost, but that will help you in upcoming classes. When we will start real-time project, that workshop will help you a lot. I think many of you have already joined the group. Here I invited everyone. If not, I will send direct link for all the registered student, means like you people. I will send you direct link, but still go through registration process. Then there will not be any kind of disturbance since many like 100+ people registered. So in team, if you, I will send you invite, you can join immediately. But if you will join next, it will take lots of time. So on.
Yeah, first of all, we have to register anyway. We didn't got registration link.
Yeah, that part. You join that group. What group I'm mentioning? One group I created for workshop. Have you joined that one?
Yeah, I already joined.
Okay, I will send link again. So if anyone is missing, just join that group. So when you will call this API, you will get this many response, but I don't want this many response. Let me give you hints what all I want. I want this many data only. Just a few more detail, but I don't want everything. I want mapping of this one. And just to do some hands-on on this part. Data B part, I did a small change. Call below text API and so this activity, everything should contain. Okay, let it be simple. First assignment. So assignment 2 will be is the API to find the gender of the person. Need to call this API. Gender, name. In response, I don't want everything. I just want name and gender. I don't want what is the probability and all. So in response, I want gender and name. I don't want probability. Will be response format. So here you can see we need to pass two query parameters. One is drill down and another one is measures. Okay, one more thing. Just now, gender one. Where is that gender? Predict the age of person based on their name. Predict the gender. So here name you need to pass as an input parameter. Put this. Here you don't need to pass any input, but here you need to pass name in input payload. This is the another API where we need to pass two query parameters. Okay. One is drill down, another one is measure as a population. Just hard code these two query parameters here. Okay. To make it simple, one query parameter will be here, value here. Another will be here, value will be here. Just try this one also. This is not very difficult. Or you can take these two value in input parameter. That should be fine. Take these two value in query parameter only. In your API also, this two value will come inside query parameter, and you will take this two query parameter from our API query parameter and will pass to this request. Hope everyone clear on this part. In first example, we see we are taking value from payload and we are passing in query parameter. For this example, you will take value from query parameter itself. Means if someone will call our API, they will also pass in query parameter. We'll take from that query parameter and will pass inside this query parameter. API you will follow, and there are two query parameters. Okay, drill down and measure. The parameters are here. So this three assignment everyone need to do. Okay, and let me arrange one doubt session in evening time. So if anyone will stuck anywhere, they can ask. Or you better you can start now only and first complete it. support system, they can join the call system. Let me know anyone has any doubt in this 3 assignment.
Hush. Ravi, can you put that one in the chat? Yeah.
In WhatsApp group?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will put here. Okay, fine then. Thanks everyone.
Ravi, that previous upload sessions, can you upload?
Yeah, let me